Hello, I'm from the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission, and I'll be talking to you about how you can apply for Lifeline and/or the Telephone Assistance Plan discounts. This is the agenda of what we will be going through. We will begin by explaining briefly what the programs are, how to apply for them, and the steps needed to be taken to maintain enrollment. The Lifeline federal program discounts up to $9.25 on landline, cell phone, internet, and/or bundled service. Some participating wireless providers may also offer free phones. Lifeline is administered by the Universal Service Administrative Company, also known as USAC. USAC administers funds and makes sure people are getting access to connectivity services such as Lifeline. The Telephone Assistance Plan is a $10 state monthly discount on landline services. If you are only applying for the Telephone Assistance Plan, you may contact your service provider or visit our website at mn.gov/puc for a TAP application. Fill out the form and deliver it to your service provider. It's important to note that when you apply for Lifeline, you do not have to fill out the TAP application. If you have landline service with your service provider, the TAP discount will automatically be applied to your bill once you apply for Lifeline. All new consumers applying for Lifeline will need to begin the process by going through the National Verifier first to verify their Lifeline eligibility. The National Verifier is a system for determining eligibility for USAC. Verifying eligibility for Lifeline may be done individually by applying through the Consumer Web Portal, by the Lifeline Support Center staff if mailing an application, or in person by a staff member at your service provider location of choice. Now I'll go into applying online through the Consumer Web Portal. These are the steps needed to be taken to apply for Lifeline online. We will go through each step in depth. The first step is to visit the National Verifier Consumer Web Portal at checklifeline.org/lifeline and create a user account. You may begin by clicking on Consumer Sign-In at the top right of the screen. You will then enter your information. The first and last name may only consist of letters, hyphens, spaces, and single quotes. The first name should be the consumer's legal name, not a nickname. The last name must be at least 2 characters. You will be asked for the last 4 numbers of your Social Security number. If you do not have one, you may enter your tribal identification number. You will also be asked for your address. You may input a descriptive address if you do not have a street number. You will then choose a username and password. In order to secure your user account, you will choose 3 security questions and a best way to reach you should you need to reset your password. You will then be brought back to the sign-in page where you will enter your username and password to log into your account. You will be brought to a screen similar to the picture and you will click Apply or Transfer your service. You will then select a program you or someone in your household participates in. If you or someone in your household is part of more than one program, you only need to choose one to provide documentation for. If you are applying through your household income, there is also an option on this page to choose to qualify through your income. Once you choose the program or decide to qualify through your household's income, you will need to read and check the box for the statement highlighted in the green box in order to proceed to the next page. If an error comes up in your application, here are examples of the different kinds of messages that could come up on the screen and what documentation you would need to provide to resolve it. You can upload photos of your documentation taken with a phone and/or PDF files. If the file you are uploading is not a file type that the application accepts, you will need to re-upload a new one. Step 5 is to read through the agreement and manually type in your first and last name initial in each box. There are 9 boxes to initial, so you will need to scroll down on this page. You will also e-sign at the end of the form. Once you e-sign the application, you will be brought to a screen showing your eligibility results. If you qualify for Lifeline, you will be given a confirmation code to give to your service provider. You must sign up for Lifeline by the listed date shown on your results screen. Now I will explain how to apply by mail. If you would like to apply by mail, you need to contact your service provider or visit our website at mn.gov/PUC for an application. You would then fill out the application as well as another document called the Household Worksheet. You would also need to gather proof of eligibility documents for the program you or someone in that household participates in, or if you are qualifying based on your household income. Please provide copies of documentation as they will not be returned. Next, you would review and initial each statement. When you are finished, you would sign and date the application at the bottom of the page. If a service provider enrollment representative assists a consumer with completing their application, they will need to complete this section. If no one helps you fill out the application, this page can be left blank. You will then mail the application along with the household worksheet and proof of documentation to the USAC Lifeline Support Center at P.O. Box 7081, London, Kentucky 40742. USAC will send you an eligibility decision by mail from the Lifeline Support Center. Most eligibility decisions will be made in 7 to 10 days, and you can also call the Lifeline Support Center to check on the status of your application at 800-234-9473. Finally, I will go through applying through a service provider. If you are applying through a service provider, find a participating service provider that offers Lifeline using the company's Near Me tool on the USAC website. Next, you will visit the service provider location in person to begin the application process. They will fill out the application for you by asking you a series of questions according to the application. Now I'll go over recertification. You must recertify every year to maintain your Lifeline discount. You do not need to recertify if you only have the TAP discount. USAC will contact you directly to confirm your contact information and program eligibility each year on a form, by phone call, or text message. If you have any questions, you may contact the Consumer Affairs Office at consumer.puc@state.mn.us or call us at 651-296-0406. Thank you.